everyone, I'm Alex and I'm the hands behind Lovecraft Crochet. My plushies are for the anxious, depressed, autistic, and neurodivergent. Small enough to travel in a purse, backpack, diaper bag, or even your pocket. You can check out my Facebook page or TikTok to see what patterns are available and stay tuned for the new ones coming out. I also make hats, scarves, blankets, and dice bags for the tabletop gamer or dice goblin in your life. Feel free to order through the page, TikTok DMs, or via email at love.craft.crochet@gmail.com. Now, on to the segment.
Due to the graphic and disturbing nature of the crimes discussed, listener discretion is advised. Retrostatic Radio presents Killing 15 Minutes.
Hello and welcome to Killing 15 Minutes, where you get your true crime fix in 15 minutes or less, or your podcast is free. I'm your writer, Sam Rossi, and shortly I'll be handing over a rough draft of a script to my brother, AJ, who hasn't read it, who's most likely has no idea what we're talking about. This should be fun. Good luck, bro.
Thank you, Sam. Blanche Taylor Kaiser was born in Concord, North Carolina on February 17, 1933. Her father, P.D. Kaiser, was a drunk, ordained Baptist minister and a gambler. Supposedly, he used his daughter to pay off his debts. Starting off really nice on this one, aren't we?
Yep, totally.
In May 1952, she married James Taylor. Not that James Taylor. Her first daughter was born 1953, the same year that Blanche worked as a cashier at Kroger's in Burlington. In 1959, a second daughter was born, and Blanche became head cashier. Good for her. Her husband was like her father, an alcoholic gambler who disappeared for weeks on end, coming home broke. Blanche started having affairs at the supermarket. As in, from like customers and people she worked with, or did she just take people into the back room for a supermarket sweep?
I would go with the first one, but the second one seems a little odd.
In 1962, she spent 3 years of flirtation before landing assistant manager Raymond Reed. During those years, she had numerous one-night stands. September of 1966, Blanche reconciled with her father. Shortly after her arrival, P.D. fell ill. Blanche attempted to nurse him back to health. Doctors ignored symptoms of violent stomach cramps, diarrhea, projectile vomiting, delirium, and a bright blue face, and his death was ruled a heart attack due to chronic emphysema. James Taylor had a near fetal... Sam?
Did I spell fatal wrong?
Yeah, you spelled it fetal.
Oopsie.
Because James Taylor had a near fetal attack in 19... You didn't even cross your T's there, man.
I usually do. That's weird.
So what you did there was James Taylor had a near fetal alac in 1968. James Taylor had a near fatal attack in 1968. He converted to Christianity and became a better husband and father. This, however, did not stop Blanche's affairs. Blanche's mother-in-law, Isla Taylor, was bedridden in mid-1970s, and as a good daughter-in-law, Blanche helped nurse her into an early grave on November 25th, 1970. Doctors ruled it natural causes, once again ignoring the eyeball that turned cobalt blue and large quantities of undigested arsenic. Huh. Weird coincidence, that.
Weird coincidence.
In September of 1970, James Taylor had symptoms of diarrhea, swollen glands, sore throat, hair loss, bloody urine and stool, and painful blisters on his hands and feet. He was hospitalized by the end of that month and dead by October 2nd, an hour after Blanche gave him ice cream. Huh. Another weird coincidence.
Weird. I just don't get it.
She's very unlucky.
Very unlucky.
Blanche bought a new home in Burlington with the modest estate. People believed she tapped into work to afford the new home. No one was surprised when Reed and Blanche were openly dating. She seemed to have tried to hook up with the manager at Kroger, Kevin Denton. Around 1985, Blanche filed a sexual harassment claim against Denton and Kroger as a brand. Denton lost his job and Kroger settled at $275,000 2 years later. On January 23, 1985, a fire broke out at her Burlington home. Blanche said that a prevert, it is actually spelled pervert, Sam, not prevert. We make the jokes, but... Blanche said that a pervert was the one who set the fire. Firemen did confirm arson and went with the nameless man's story. She did receive a small insurance payout. A month later, the new mobile home that she had also burned down. Same story was used, and there was another payout. On Easter Sunday, 1985, Blanche found a better option than Reed. She met Rivard?
Reverend.
That's not how you spell reverend at all.
Oh, no.
That's Rivard.
It's supposed to be Reverend.
Oh, okay. She met Reverend Dwight Moore at Carolina United Church of Christ. In early 1986, Reed developed shingles. Oh, he's not going to die from arsenic poisoning?
Just read.
A similar condition to arsenic peripheral neurosis. Neuritis. In April, he was hospitalized. Doctors once again missed the obvious signs and diagnosed him with Guillain-Barré syndrome? Similar symptoms, but rarely fatal. On June 27th, a heavy metal toxicity test was ordered. Doctors never received the results of arsenic poisoning. Reed had made a will, giving Blanche a third of his estate and naming her the executrix. Silly Sammy. Executrix are for kids. In October, Reed was moved to the ICU with renal and respiratory failure. He died 3 days later. Blanche refused to have an autopsy done on her husband. She made around $80,000 from the estate. Reverend Moore and Blanche waited until August of '87 to get married. Or rather, they planned to. Blanche would have surgery to remove breast cancer. Moore would have 2 surgeries for intestinal blockage, but they would finally tie the knot in April of '89. Heading home to Burlington, Moore collapsed, and instead of a New Jersey hospital, Blanche drove them home. That was the 26th. After multiple trips to the hospital, Moore's condition continued to worsen. Finally, on May 13th, North Carolina Memorial Hospital ran heavy metal toxic screen on him. He had enough arsenic to kill a moose. Police were then summoned. Moore stood laid by his woman. Blanche was questioned June 6th about Reed's death, and she denied bringing him any food. This was what they needed to exhume Reed's body, and found arsenic, and found a lot of arsenic. They exhumed James Taylor's body, and found even more arsenic.
I don't know how they missed that.
There were trace amounts in her father and mother-in-law as well. On July 18th, Blanche was arrested for murder of Reed and Taylor and the attempted murder of Moore. On October 21st, 1990, Blanche's trial for the murder of Raymond Reed began. Due to a civil suit against Baptist Hospital, the district attorney of Forsyth County had more than 53 witnesses and enough evidence to convict, fairly simply. This happened on November 14th, 1990. 3 days later, the jury recommended the death penalty. On January 18th, 1991, a judge agreed and sentenced her to death. She was never convicted for the murders of Taylor or the attempted murder of Moore. Blanche has been on death row for over 33 years. She is the oldest person on death row, as her appeals have not been exhausted. The taxpayers paid for her chemo and radiation treatments. Lucky her, she got state benefits.
Yep.
Well, it's nice to have a story that is not, the cops are stupid. Now it's the medical examiners are stupid.
I did try to find something different.
Just a little different, just enough that we could go, all docs are bastards.
All docs are bastards, Not entirely wrong there, but most doctors I've met very rarely are nice.
Well, I think it's also, we have a terrible healthcare system. I honestly have nothing to add. It's a straightforward case of bitch want money. Bitch poison people for money. And possibly just because she didn't like her mother-in-law.
Yeah, that's what it felt like, didn't it?
Kind of. I mean, if you look at everyone else, she had a motive behind, like a monetary, financial motive. Her father, bastard. You know what I mean?
Her mother-in-law, it might have been the fact that she was getting in the way of her getting laid. Think about it. She moved in.
I thought they were married. Oh, you think it was just a sex thing?
I think she moved in, and having her there meant she had to spend more time at home.
Oh, because of all the affairs, because she's...
Yes.
Okay. I actually see where you're getting at there.
Just a thought. Really just came to me, too.
It's actually a really good thought. Well, it's a terrible thought, but it's not a wrong thought. So with all that said, honestly, I don't think we'll be hitting 15 minutes. Don't poison people.
And if you do, don't use arsenic.
Use fatty foods like the American healthcare system wants.
Exactly. I'm Sam Rossi.
And I'm AJ Carey.
Later, y'all.
Killing 15 Minutes is hosted by Arthur Carey, with scripts written and researched by Sam Rossi. If you like this episode or want to stay updated on this series, consider following Killing 15 Minutes on Patreon or Retrostatic Radio on all major social media platforms. Good night and God bless.
You're watching Retrostatic Radio.
Wheel of Random is turn, turn, turn. Tell us the 15 minutes we shall learn.
I'm Sam Rossi, writer and co-host of Randomly 15 Minutes, where the wheel of randomness gives me the topic and I write about it.
I'm Megan Klodnicki, and I'm the host of Randomly 15 Minutes. I cold read what Sam writes and learn in real time about a random topic.
You can find us on all major podcast platforms and YouTube.
Follow us on Facebook at Randomly 15 Minutes to get more random facts.